Hello my stamp friends, I'm glad you're able to join me again for another video. I'm going to show you how to do this technique called Retiform. This has been very popular lately and I thought I would try it and I actually really like it. So hold on, let me turn my camera around and we will get started. Here are some cards that I have already done. I did, what color did I use? I think Wisteria Wonder on this card. I also used it on this card. But I tend to do this one a little darker with the Sahara Sand. And I didn't really like it. I actually like the lighter look. And this was one of my first cards I did. And I used, I think, powder pink in this one. For this card, I'm using the Paisleys and Posy stamp set. And then I'm also using this little cutout for the Rose Wonder. You're also going to need some adhesive, some dimensionals, your sponge daubers. You're going to need your choice of ink. This one I'm going to use Sweet Sugar Plum, and then Sahara Sand, and I am also using Early Espresso. You're going to need some sticky pads or post-it notes. Early Espresso cardstock that is 1.5 by 5 inches. It's very vanilla. 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Early Espresso, which is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Sweet Sugar Plum cardstock, which is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, is a piece of scrap paper. Then I get a piece of sticky note just to help secure just one of the corners so it doesn't move on me while I'm doing this technique. See, I want it narrow. I'm going to have it narrow up here and wider down here. So I'm going to ink my dauber up here. And I'm going to start and just swirl off of it. Now we're going to take our card and we're going to turn it around because I find it easier to do that. And then I'm going to put it right here. I'm just getting down here around the edges a little bit. Now that that one is done, I'm going to turn my card back around. Except this time we're going to go the other way. So I'll set that down. This time I'm going to go off this edge. Oh, my whole paper's going to turn. That's okay. So I'm going to go from about right here. That angle I like. Okay, now we're going to take this and flip it again. Let's do this side. This is what our card looks like so far. Now we're going to take our Sahara Sand. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it all. This is a brand new dauber, so I gotta ink it up. There we go. We're just going to go all over it. I'm even going over the pink part just to help blend it in and make it more of a uniform color. You might have to give yours a few minutes to dry. I'm not going to. I'm just going on to the next step. So I might be fighting the post-it notes on this part, but take your post-it notes and you're going to just line it up on the edges. going to use this one first. I like to put this one in 2 spots. I don't know why. I just like the look of it. And we're going to just go ahead and stamp. And then we're going to fill it in just on the edges a little bit here. I think that's good. And when we take it off, it's going to look like just that block is done. Now I'm going to use that same stamp, and we're going to do this side. Same circle. And we're just going to fill it in. Now let's take that off and see what it looks like. Ah, isn't that cool? Let's do this flower one that's right here. That's the one I'm going to use next. I tend to like this one. We're going to line these ones up. This is where I need that 3rd piece. We're just stamping an early espresso in all of these. Let's see what that one looks like. Look how fun that is. Let's do this one. I think I'm going to go with this one right here. And I'm going to add those 3. And I'm thinking about using that same stamp up on this side. You can use each separate stamp if you want, or you can use the same one like I am in a few different spots. There we go. How about we do this fun, let's see, this fun one right here. Let's use that one next. Let's use it down in this bottom one. Trying to decide how I want to place it. Maybe I'll place it right there. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Let's try this little one right here. Let's put it here in the center. Cover this side. Okay. Now the question is, do we want them to all go the same way or around? There we go. Now we just have 2 more sections that we have to do, and then we can put our card together. I was going to do a leaf. Let's see what, I think I want this leaf though. I'm going to use this leaf right here. I'm just going to randomly put it. Just turn it around the other way. There. That one looks pretty good. Whoops, I tend to miss that a little bit right there. Now the last one, I'm thinking this big leaf. Let's put it on the back of this one. Oh, it doesn't look the best, but So now we are done filling in all of our spaces. Now we're going to get our 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Let's glue this on. Let's put our card. Hope I'm missing one part. There it is. How if we put this one up at the top? All I do is just bend them over just a little bit. Get them where you want it, and then I'm just going to glue it down. Oh, now it moved. There we go. Set it on our card base. And then I already have one of these cut out. Like I said, this one goes to the Rose Wonder stamp set. And I really liked the thank you in that stamp set. And this one, I'm just going to take that same Sweet Sugar Plum. And we're just going to outline the edges to this. When we're done with that, we're going to take some dimensionals. This one I'm going to use 4. Whoops, not 5, 4. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to add that. There's our card.